live meeting, we went through and we discussed some of those questions from Antarctica's text. So I know that many of you probably skipped over the first video, and that is okay. And now in this video, I just want to introduce to you the second text, the one that you're going to be reading today. And it is all about Easter Island. So just like the Antarctica text, there's actually two articles here. So the first one is titled A Short History of Easter Island. So I'm just going to scroll through, take a look at these nonfiction text features. I see a map, actually a globe, and a photograph. And I'm going to continue scrolling, another photograph. And here's the second article titled Easter Island's Decline. When we say the word decline, typically we are referring to the population or the people that live here. And decline means that it is decreasing or going down. So take a look at the photograph here. And as you're looking at this and you're hearing the title and looking at these nonfiction text features, if you have a Post-it note handy or like a scrap piece of paper, what I want you to do is just write down anything that you already know about Easter Island. Maybe you've seen, pictures or you heard of this before, but anything that you already know about this topic. If you don't know anything about the topic, just go ahead and write down, I do not know anything about Easter Island. I'm going to give you guys just a moment to go ahead and write down your thoughts and kind of activate your background knowledge. Sometimes we call this our prior knowledge. If you need to pause this video to continue writing down any of your background or prior knowledge, or writing down that you have not heard of this topic before and you do not know anything about Easter Island, of course you can pause this video now. So for me personally, I did not exactly know where Easter Island was located. I've heard of it before. I'm not sure why it's called Easter Island. But the only thing I know about it is that I've seen photographs of these statues before. So these they look like large men, right? I know I've seen that, but I don't know much else just beyond that about Easter Island. So as far as my background knowledge goes, I know very little about this topic. And we know that our goal this week is to be able to read two sources, combining information from both sources so that we can write and speak knowledgeably about a topic. For example, today it's going to be about Easter Island. So a couple things you need to know about this text before you jump in and get started. There's a word right here. You can see it in the text. It begins with the letter R, and these are the first people who actually settled and lived here in this island, and they were called the Rapa Nui. And it's actually, the island was called, if you see it here, Rapa Nui. So those are the people that lived there. Let's take a look, I'm just scrolling through. It talks about why it's called Easter Island, so we'll want to pay close attention to that, how it got its name. And then something that goes kind of wrong here on the island. And I think that when we talk about something going wrong on the island, that also kind of leads us into that second article about its decline. So why is the population declining? There's something kind of ironic, right? When we hear the word ironic, maybe we're not quite sure what that means, but there's something kind of ironic about these statues and about tourists that visit this island. So you're going to learn a little bit more about the irony behind these statues. I think, this is just kind of a hint, but I think that they had something to do with the decline on Easter Island, and now it's kind of like what Easter Island is known for. So perhaps tourists that are going to visit these statues. So you're going to hear a little bit more about those statues and also the decline and how they've impacted since the island and tourism. You do have a discussion post that you're going to complete today where you share with your classmates what you have learned now after reading this text about this topic of Easter Island. After you complete that discussion post, you do have a few multiple choice questions that you will respond to about these two texts. So let me know if you have any questions, and I can't wait to read your discussion boards.